Are you looking to start a YouTube channel for your real estate business and want to learn how to generate highly engaged buyers and seller leads using only YouTube? This is my free YouTube for Realtor mini course that takes you from having no experience building YouTube channel for real estate to generating leads that becomes your first client using YouTube. This is part 1 of a 6-part series available for free here on YouTube. If you follow the steps presented in this mini course step by step, you will generate leads that becomes your client. If this is your first time here, my name is William. I am a real estate agent in Austin, Texas. I became a realtor in September of 2023, and I went from no experience with real estate sales to selling over $5 million real estate and generated over $120,000 in commission in just 10 months using YouTube as my only and primary lead generating method. Today in this part 1 series, we're going to go over how to pick a profitable real estate niche that converts to clients. This is one of the most important part in starting a YouTube channel for real estate. This is the niche you should be focusing, creating content around here on YouTube in order to take over and beat other realtors who are in your market area, but also using YouTube, right? If you want the guide going over some of the most underserved and profitable niches for real estate on YouTube and see if they apply for your marketplace, you can download it using the link below for free after you like and comment and subscribe to this channel. All right, let's get started. The first thing we want to go over is that we want to search for a niche and see whether the competition is something we want to get into. So for example, when the buyer is researching for real estate, they come to YouTube and Google and they find real estate. So when I'm typing in Austin real estate, I will use this page as my way of doing market research. I'm going to see, okay, this is showing that this is the top video from this person who has 43,000 views, but this one doesn't really lead to a client. This might be used for generating a lot of views, but a lot of views don't mean clients. This is one of the most common pitfalls of realtors trying to generate leads using YouTube. You have to find people who are interested in buying and selling, not people who are interested in being entertained here on YouTube, right? This guy, Mason, is doing a fantastic job, even though this market video only has 260 views, but these are highly engaged and potentially seller leads because this is a market update. So when I'm doing research like this, for this keyword, I'm looking at, is there a profile that ranks very high? So this is what I mean by a profile that ranks very high. This guy does have this keyword ranking very high for the Austin real estate keyword. So now I'm going to go into his profile and see if he's following the best practice in order of optimizing his leads. And later in this video, I'm going to show you how important this optimization is and what other things you should optimize for in order to generate leads, because this is not the only important thing. I'm using this plugin called vidIQ that allows me to see what kind of keywords this person is using for his YouTube channel. So I'm going to take a look at the top keywords and see, okay, is this guy optimizing for Austin, Texas real estate? The next keyword I'm going to search is probably Austin Realtor. So these are very general keywords, right? Now, while we wait for it to show up, I'm going to talk about some of the niches later on that's going to be very underserved and very profitable. And if you convert your channel or start a new channel focusing on just those keywords and niches, you will make a lot of money. So right now we're looking at moving Austin, Texas. He's trying to do relocation. He's also got Texas relocation, Texas buyer, but he also has keywords like hip hop, lo-fi, which doesn't really make sense to me. This confuses the channel just a little bit. You also have financing houses, makes sense. You also have things like Liberty Hill, makes sense. Austin home prices. So this is basically how I investigate whether a channel is optimized for the keyword that I'm going into. And you can use this tool, vidIQ. You can get a referral code down below using vidIQ. You can get it absolutely for free. The free version will give you these sort of like important metrics, important key research metrics. So next one we're going to see, let's say Dallas, Texas Realtor. So see, this is when you search for a keyword, if it auto-populates, then you know there are people searching for those keywords on YouTube, right? So right now, this guy is the #1 search result. This is what I mean by profile ranking. You have 2 types of ranking. One is a video ranking where your video shows up as the top place right here, right? When people search for a keyword. Another one is profile ranking. And you know when you're doing well and you're on the right track is when you search for a keyword that you want to rank for and your profile becomes the number one or the number two recommended profile on YouTube search page. Also, I'll take a look at right here and see how much or how many people are searching for this keyword and how difficult it is to rank for this keyword. Usually for real estate niches, it doesn't really matter the competition if it says low or ultra low. Ideally, you want it to be on the green, very green, which is like very low, and have a decent volume above like 47, above 50 would be really good. So that's how I would say that's like a niche that I want to go after. So this guy is going to be ranking high for Austin, Texas Realtor. So we're going to take a look at investing in Dallas, Texas, real estate investing in tech in Dallas, and we'll see. So if you want to create an investment focused channel, if you want to work with mainly investor as a real estate agent, this guy is ranking really well for this keyword. So I'm assuming this guy is going to be the top ranking agent, investor, realtor in Dallas. Perfect. Yeah, he's doing fantastic. Like he doesn't get a lot of views. And this is important. You don't need a ton of views in order to generate the right leads, right? You need highly engaged leads, highly engaged views in order to convert them into videos. But there are some bad practices he's implementing. I'm going to go over later part in this video. Okay, so now let's take a look at some of the other niches that we talked about in this freebie that you can download using the link down below, right? So some of the top niches is luxury homes, relocation, investing, divorce, right? So we're going to take a look at, let's see, I would rather use, it's probably luxury homes because a lot of agents want to break into the luxury market. Let's see, luxury home in Texas. That's a good niche if you want to do luxury homes. And then this person is ranking the highest using his video. And we'll see whether there's like a profile ranking on the search page and see whether that's like a niche that you can break into. Oh, you can see right there. That's the first profile. Naval Realty Group, they do really well. I think they do, they rank very, very high across the United States. But because I am a local, so in Austin, so I'm going to see whether Austin has some of the best ranking luxury real estate niches. Daphne is great. She does fantastic job. She's just one of the best here in YouTube in Austin. A really great person as well. And she's been doing it for a few years to rank very high. So I think if I were to start over, luxury home is one of the ways I can say I can break into it and rank high here in Austin. But I got to think about whether I can create content around it, right? I'm going to talk about that maybe part 5 and part 6 of this mini series to tell you how to create content across a niche. And the thing I need to mention or forgot to mention is that you got to see how well the top video for this keyword is doing. So you got to think about, okay, if this is an investing keyword, real estate investing in Dallas, this one has 8,200 views. And this one has 1.7 thousand views, right? So we're going to see, can we make videos that are better than these? And then the next thing we're going to say, divorce. I think let's go for a niche like divorce, home sale in Dallas and see whether there's any video ranking high for that one. See, this is a great video. This is a 2-year-old video that has 2,500 views. So, and then this is like the only one amongst these top two videos. The rest of it are ads. This is an ad. These are shorts. This is an ad, right? So later on, we're going to talk about whether you should do shorts or long form video. I think shorts has a pretty good opportunity, but you shouldn't overly rely on it. And this person has crafted Randy Dukes is doing extremely well at getting that niche done. I'm going to go in and see how well this channel does. I'm going to see this description. Does it focus on Flower Mound, Louisville, Highland Village? I don't know if her videos are more about divorces. These are home tours. And then we're going to later on in part 5, we're going to talk about, or part 4, we're going to talk about why sometimes it's good to create home tour videos, why sometimes it's good to create informational videos, right? And I think this one shifted away from her niche a little bit. I still like that she has these important divorce-related content, and she did really, really well, I'm sure, getting these divorce clients in her market. But she probably had a hard time trying to find a way to scale up. And we're going to talk a little bit about how to scale up out of your niche later on in this mini course as well. So you got to think about how to rank for the video and rank for the profile. And these 2,200 views, these are basically, I would think this is exactly the amount of views you should be aiming for a very tight niche, for a very market dependent, very city and area dependent real estate transaction. So, and then I'm going to teach you a way to overtake these channels, overtake these videos later on in these course. So remember to like and subscribe. So the next thing we want to talk about is why some of the content, or this is one of the things that you need to try to optimize for, these keywords, but that's not the most important. So this is my YouTube analytics from the past 90 days right here, right? So you can see that there are a couple ways your video and channel will get recommended. So right now you can see YouTube search, which is what we just been through right here. This is the search page when they search for a particular keywords. Usually it's about 7 to 10% of my total views. So right now, the past 90 days, about 7.3% came from search. Others came from channel pages, external, Google searches, etc. But majority of it is going to come from suggested videos, about 30%, and browse features. Then you should be asking, William, then why are we talking about searches? Searches is still important, especially for niche marketing ranking and getting your channel off the ground, right? If you build a channel depending or hoping that you get a lot of views in suggested videos and browse features, you will not succeed here on YouTube. Here is what it means when I talk about browse. When you're on your phone, you can browse through your phone and see different videos on the homepage. And also right here, this is like the homepage. This is what I mean by browse. You can see you're competing against any videos that YouTube algorithm think that you could be interested in any given time. You have Lo-Fi Study, you have this person, Jubilee, which is like dating show, right? You have Outdoor Boys, you have some realty group, right? So this is basically like Facebook browsing where people are trying to go through their day and just find some entertainment. Their intent may not be as high compared to getting a search term into YouTube and then find those videos. So if you can rank number 1, number 2 in both video and profile for your niche, investment niche, divorce, relocation, army, luxury, new construction, resale, 2-story home, upsizing, downsizing, etc., on search page where these are some of the highest intent viewers, you will do absolutely fantastic when it comes to using YouTube as your lead source funnel, okay? But in video part 4, part 5, and part 6, I'll absolutely go over how you can control and make videos so that your videos show up in the suggested videos and the browse feature and compete well, right? And compete well. So you can see I'm doing fairly well on the search pages when people search for keywords. I'm going to take a look what keywords they search for. They search for Austin real estate, Dallas, Austin, Texas, American real estate, right? And then you get a click-through rate of 7.7%. So you get a click-through rate of 7.7% right here. And then its browse feature, I'm doing also pretty well. I'm going to talk about it in part 4 of the series, where I'm going to talk about how to make thumbnails, titles that's engaging and has a high click-through rate, 7.4%. So this is doing quite well, at least from my perspective, for my niche, because I picked the niche that I know I can win in, right? So that's very, very important. And remember, if you want to download the YouTube niche marketing guide for free, for each of these niches, I help crafted 5 video ideas that you can start your channel with. You can use the link down below and download it for free. And you can watch part 2 of this YouTube for Realtor mini course here on YouTube on how to set up your YouTube channel correctly in order to generate highly engaged real estate leads for your niche. Click here. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe.